In this demonstration, you'll learn how to extend information protection beyond Microsoft 365. Hello, I am CEO Rodriguez. Here, you will learn how information protection can help you protect files outside Microsoft 365, view protected content on mobile devices, and help protect on-premises file shares and SharePoint servers. Azure Information Protection, AIP, is actually, it's now Purview Information Protection, but used to be called, it was a name change. So, but Azure Information Protection, Purview Information Protection, is a cloud-based solution that enables organizations to classify and protect documents and emails by applying labels. We'll explore how these capabilities extend those found in Microsoft Purview Information Protection. For the purposes of this demonstration, we'll begin with the perspective of an end user who is logged into a Windows device that already has this AIP installed. So we're going to click on File Explorer, and here it's a document. I'm going to right click on it and say Show More Options. Okay, so once you have this um, it's kind of installed, this tool install, you can right click on it and classify and protect data, which is what we're going to do. Okay, and so here you can choose a label to apply the protection, and we're going to choose this one, and then we're going to click on apply. So the label has been applied and the document is now protected. I'm going to close this window. You can use the Azure Information Protection Viewer to open protected text, image, and PDF files, and any other files that have a file extension, right? So we are going to click on this to show the open with, and then we're going to say Azure Information Protection Viewer, okay? And we can view the permission. So these are the permissions that that document has. I'm going to close that. Click and right click again, open with, and then we're going to open with Microsoft Edge. Okay, we need to sign in into um, your account and then view permissions. And again, um, we can see the file permissions there as well. I'm going to close on that. Let's click on this, show more options, classify, confidential. We're going to apply this to that. So this is how a normal user will kind of work with this. So notice now that the image has been converted into a protected file. The extension changes right there. Again, now we can open that image. So now let's look at how API enables users to access protected files. So we saw what the user can do. So here we're logging into, so this is into Outlook now. Here we're logging into Outlook app on a mobile device, and this is protected. We're going to click on this. We're going to open the attachment, and this image file has been protected, so we need to open it in the AIP viewer application, because if it's protected, we need that viewer. This image need to share, and then we're going to open it the AIP viewer that you have in your phone. You need to enter your password for your account, and then we're going to sign in. And now you can be so once you sign in and you have permissions to access the content, having verified, then the content will display in the AIP viewer. Now let's see how we can do this into how this is actually done. So this is the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal where we log in as a compliance administrator, and we talked about this. So this is the old portal, compliance.microsoft.com. The new portal is found at purview.microsoft.com. But again, if you go to this old portal, you'll be redirected to the new one. Let's scroll down. So we were into the computer and the phone of a normal user. Now, the fact that the user could do that, there was a lot of work behind the scene that a admin had to do in order to do this, right? So we are again into Microsoft Purview. We're going to click on settings. Okay? And then here in the settings, we're going to open the information protection scanner. So this is the scanner that was installed on those devices that allows to do this. So you can use the information protection scanner to discover, classify, and protect files stored in on-premises file shares and SharePoint servers, on-prem, right? For the purposes of this demonstration, a scanner cluster has already been configured for our organization. So that's a very more complex thing, and we're not going to go through that. Um, a lot of companies still have, file on premises. Obviously, Microsoft and this other cloud providers, the ideal would be that you move those files to the cloud, but if you still have them on premises, you have choices. So, because we have, there's a lot of work that has been done on premises, servers have been installed, the scanner is there. Now we come here, this is where the configuration takes place, right? On the Purview settings piece. We're going to click on nodes. Okay, here are the defined nodes for the cluster. The scanner supports the scanner cluster with multiple nodes, enabling your organization to scale out, achieving faster scan times and broader scope. Okay, and also for redundancy, right? Um, so we're going to click this. Those are the nodes. Here is the content scan jobs. So scan jobs define the content that you want to scan. So we have one Contosa on-prem scan, and then if we're going to click on that, so this job is set to discover and label all info types. Okay, and then you see the information over here, and then if we click on the repositories, right, this job will scan a local file share in a SharePoint document repository, and then you can see the places that there will be scanned. So that's basically what this is all about. Okay. Now let's run the scan. So I'm going to click on this, and there's a number of things you can do, but what we want to do is scan this thing now. And we're running a scan. You can do that, a manual scan, but you can do that also on a schedule. All right. We're going to refresh. Okay. And so you can monitor the scan job status here. And, it will tell you when it finished and that kind of stuff. Now, if we open the file share that was scanned, I mean, on premises, this is the file share, and we scroll here, we are going to right click on this and say classify and protect. And then we can notice that, it has been done. So you don't have to do that manually. So imagine that you have, hundreds of file shares and you have thousands of files. Yes, people could go in and do that manually like we did before, but you don't want to do that. you want to scan and you want to run this at a scale. And this is what this does. Okay. Click on the file share. And now we're going to go into, this is the, if we go into this user's, scanner, this is the location or where the path where that scanner report is. We can take a look at that and, look at the number of files that were scanning, a number of things related to that scan, whether it was successful or not, and that kind of stuff. Again, this is just a summary of what we would take to run a scanner on-prem. But I think that it's useful to understand that, yes, you can protect, um, files with sensitivity labels outside the Microsoft 365 content, including the on-prem repositories. That's all for now. Again, there's more information at those resources that you can find at Microsoft Learn. As always, please subscribe to my channel to help me continue creating this content, and I hope to see you in my next demonstration.